Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. Today's video is going to be about foundation, and I think this is going to be a series for beginners in makeup. If you want to know anything about makeup, I think I'm going to include videos every couple of weeks to talk you through application tips and what products you might want to get yourself. I've got this feeling that today's video is going to be very long because I have much information in my head that I want to tell you guys, because I understand when you start with makeup and you don't know anything and you started to watch YouTube and people using all of these products and you just say, which one is good for me really? I don't know. So I think this video is going to provide you with as much information as you want if you are starting with makeup and of course you want to get yourself a decent foundation. And before we start, please allow me to say that I am so thankful for my lovely subscribers, because I've just started my YouTube channel a couple of months ago and I'm still working on content and editing, so I'm so thankful for your patience. And I personally consider myself one of these people who is very committed to what they are doing. And if you want to share the love, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video so that other people will be able to watch my videos and benefit from them. So without further ado, let's start with the video. Alright, so before I start talking about foundations, I should stress that skincare is the most important step in your makeup routine. And if you don't treat your skin properly before applying your foundation, it is not going to look good, no matter how much you paid for it and no matter how good people say it is. So I'm going to give you some tips on each skin type and how to treat it. I have 3 keywords for dry skin: exfoliate, hydrate, protect. So the first important thing is to exfoliate your skin. I personally use this type of brush, which is a tongue brush. This is very soft and I use it after I wash my face and dry it when the flakiness starts to appear. So this is basically polishing your skin, but you will have to make sure that you are gentle enough so that you do not disturb your skin, and this is the first step that you have to do. The second tip is to hydrate, and of course we all know that dry skin needs moisturizing, and I have a couple of products that I want to show you. I would recommend that you choose something that is fragrance free so that it doesn't irritate your skin. This is a very good moisturizer by Clinique, and this is called the Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. This doesn't smell of anything, which is perfect for anyone who has dry skin that might be sensitive or might burn if you put anything that has a bit of fragrance. And if you are going to apply foundation after your moisturizer and you felt that you applied too much, just get a tissue paper and blot the excess from your face. And the third tip is to protect, which means that it is very necessary that you wear sunscreen whenever you go outside. I think 90% of wrinkles on the face are caused by sun damage and not by aging, as so many people assume. So wear an SPF, but if you don't want to cake products on your face, I would advise that you get a moisturizer that is fragrance free and at the same time it contains SPF in it. Or you could choose a moisturizer that doesn't have an SPF and apply a foundation on top that has SPF. And now for oily skin people, there are of course 3 keywords. The first one, cleanse, the second one is balance, and the third one of course is protect. Protect of course means that you should wear an SPF, and you could do the same thing as I mentioned earlier. But for cleansing, it's very important to choose something that is oil free so that your face is completely squeaky clean. And after that, I would advise that you use something lighter than moisturizer itself, and it is toner. For many years I didn't understand the concept of toners until I started using them myself. For oily skin people and extremely oily skin people, a toner is only enough to moisturize your face. And this one is by ARDEN. This is the Visible Difference Skin Balancing Toner. This is amazing. It seriously hydrates dry skin and at the same time it preps it for foundation. And of course, if you want an SPF over this one, you could either wear a foundation that has SPF, or if you want a separate SPF product, go for spray SPF. So instead of using a creamy sun protection, use a spray sun protection. Many brands now do them. They will be very light on the skin and won't cake your face and make your foundation get oily. And of course, people like me who who have combination skin should do what I do. I personally clean my face, squeaky clean, and after that I apply my toner, and if I feel that my skin is very dry, I would apply some moisturizer. And of course, I will never forget to exfoliate my nose because it gets dry and flaky, which is very ugly when you apply a foundation over it. And this little brush is my favorite tool. This is my best friend. Alright, now foundation, and I'm going to start by powders because I want to get this topic out of the way. I personally hate powders for people who have dry skin or oily skin. I told you that I myself have combination skin, which means I sometimes get oily here and on my nose, but I hate powder, and I have some dryness around my face, and I also hate powders. But if I am using powder, I would choose something that is loose, that is very finely milled, and that is translucent. So my advice as someone who has been wearing makeup for over 10 years now, the best type of powder that you could get is a mineral translucent powder, and this one here is the Elf Mineral Booster, and this is in the shade Sheer. This is Sheer, it is translucent, and many other companies do them. So if you want a powder, get these ones, or if you want something that has more coverage, you could get a mineral powder foundation that is either loose or pressed. Here I have the Elf Mineral Foundation in the shade Warm. This is amazing because it provides slight coverage and could be used as a setting powder as well because it is sheer. And of course, from more expensive brands, this is the Jane Iredale Mineral Foundation. This is the loose version. Amazing stuff. And I have this Bare Minerals Ready Foundation. This is a pressed mineral foundation for people who do not like loose powders. But if you want to get any sort of powder, get a mineral based powder. Alright, now to foundations. And so many people say that there are foundations for dry skin and other foundations for oily skin. I personally do not believe in this shit. I think that almost anybody could wear any foundation and that there is no terrible or bad foundation. Of course, I am talking at a certain price point. So answering this question, you could make any foundation work if you prep your skin the right way. I am going to show you some examples of foundations that I think would work for anybody universally. I have talked about these foundations in one of my recent videos, which is the Dior Star Foundation Review and Dupes. These are very similar. The Dior Star Foundation, the MAC Nourishing Waterproof Foundation, and the Max Factor FACEFINITY. These are basically the same. They provide medium to full coverage. They give the skin this type of plump appearance without being too cakey, and they are absolutely long wearing. And I see lots of controversy about people saying that oily skin, no, this is for dry skin. I have combination skin, dry and oily at the same time, and I could wear all of these and make them look great. If you want your foundation to have SPF, choose the Dior Star because it has an SPF of 30 and photographs amazingly, or the FACEFINITY foundation by Max Factor. It has an SPF of 20, but if you don't want any SPF in your foundation, get the MAC Waterproof Nourishing Foundation. So in short, if you are watching this video and you have any skin type in the world, go get one of these three and I think you will thank me. Anyway, if you have an extremely dry skin and you are not convinced by these three that I have mentioned, I have other two for you. So first, this foundation that nobody seems to mention, but I know Lisa Eldridge, the great makeup artist, uses this brand. This is a Japanese company called DHC, and this foundation is called the Q10 Base Makeup, and it is a moisturizing foundation. And oh my god, I have combination skin and I wear this and I swear by this. This is the fullest coverage foundation that I have found, and at the same time it looks very moisturizing on the skin and it lasts on the face for a very long time. It wears very well. This retails for £25 and it comes with a pump. Check them out on their website. This is a great company. I love Japanese brands myself. Another treat for dry skin is this foundation by Avon. This is called the Ideal Flawless Full Coverage Foundation, I think. Oh, this is the Invisible Coverage Foundation. Avon is a UK-based company and they have their own website where you could buy their products, or you could search for their products on eBay. You will find them all the time if you are someone who is not living in the UK and want to get some Avon products. You could order them online. Amazing stuff. This is different from the previous one, is that it has some light reflective particles, very tiny, and I think this is a dupe for one of Chanel's foundations, one that has been discontinued. But yeah, this is a great foundation, and the price of this is about £12, so it is half the price of the previous one. So I gave you two options to choose from. And sure, if you want more options and you have extremely oily skin, I have other foundations to show you, and both of these are by Clinique. I personally love Clinique as a company because they are a high-end company, but at the same time their foundations and skincare is reasonably priced. Most of their products do not smell of anything, which is amazing. Alright, for oily skin people, the first one I have here with me is the Clinique Super Balanced Makeup. Of course, this is a medium to full coverage foundation, but the bad thing is that it doesn't have a pump. So basically you have just to pour some foundation on the back of your hand. But this is called Super Balanced because it hydrates the areas that need hydrating and prevent oil from producing on your skin in the oilier areas. And the second one by Clinique, this is their latest foundation. It is called the Beyond Perfecting Foundation. I've reviewed this in a first impressions video. I'll leave it down below so that you could check it out. And this one is a foundation and concealer in one. And this is very long wearing, and it is great for people who have oily skin. This has a doe foot applicator, and yeah, it covers so well. This is a foundation and concealer in one, and it is this way. It covers under eye circles, blemishes, everything, and at the same time it looks great. And of course you saw all of these foundations that I have mentioned and said that some are for oily skin and some are for dry skin. I have combination skin and I use all of these and love them so much. I totally believe that if you prep your skin the right way, you could apply any foundation and make it work on yourself. I've mentioned 7 foundations so far, and I feel like all of them are full coverage or medium to full coverage. This is because I tend to buy foundations that have very good coverage, and then if I want them to be lighter, I just apply less. I don't like light coverage foundations. And I see how people use foundations here on YouTube. They just pump 3-4 pumps on their hand and cake it on their face. I only use 1 or 2 pumps, and that is the maximum. Alright, I have 2 other things to mention to cover every aspect of this topic. And the first one is what tool you need to apply your foundation. Of course, fingers are the first tool, and there is nothing wrong with applying foundation with your fingers. But I think now, because very good brushes are becoming more and more affordable, very good quality, I think there is no excuse for anybody who uses foundations not to buy brushes. I reviewed a brush set when I started making YouTube, and I will leave it down below because this brush set is amazing and it is very affordable. And this brush is from that set, and what can I say? This is a great brush. This is a dual fiber brush, and I think that you might find these brushes very nice, the dual fiber ones that have shorter bristles and longer bristles. Very good if you have dry skin, because these would be very soft. So when you blend your foundation with a brush like that, it is not going to disturb your skin or irritate the flakiness and make it appear more obvious. This is just going to touch your skin so beautifully. So this is the first tool, and the second tool is another type of brush, but this time this is a denser brush. These are called the Kabuki brushes. Some of them are angled, some of them are round, some of them are straight, but they all have the same concept. These are very dense and they are made of synthetic bristles, so these are vegan and cruelty free. And I think these are great for someone who has oily skin, because the denseness of the brush is going to absorb some of the oil from your face and buff the foundation very well. So oily skin people, go for this type of brush to blend your foundation, and dry skin people, go for this type of dual fiber brush. And of course I should mention a beauty sponge. This is a great tool for anybody, whether you have dry skin or oily skin, because if you have an oily skin and you just blend your foundation with this type of sponge, it is going to absorb the extra oil from your face. And if you have dry skin and you just press on the areas where you want to apply your foundation, it's not going to irritate the flakiness and it's just going to mush it with the skin so that you can't see it. So a beauty sponge is a great tool to apply your foundation, and these again are very affordable. You could get these online. Real Techniques does a very good one. There is the original one, the beauty blender, that is $19. It is very expensive. I haven't bought this, but I got this from TJ Maxx in America. Anyway, I got this from TK Maxx and it is amazing. I have been using this for about 2 years and it is still in perfect condition. So the last thing I want to talk about is shade, and I think this needs a video on its own, but I'm just going to give you the most basic tip, which is know your undertone. So if you ask any professional, they will advise that you get your right undertone. If you got a foundation that is one shade lighter or one shade darker than your skin, this could be fixed. But if you got the wrong undertone, this is going to be terrible, even if the shade matches you. And the best way to decide your undertone is by looking at your neck and your chest. If you see that your neck and chest are more pink, you have a pink undertone. If your body looks more golden or yellow, you have a warm undertone or a yellow undertone. Don't look at your face when you are trying to find the match for your foundation. Look at your body, because you might have a yellow toned body and a pink toned face with lots of redness. But if you choose a foundation that is pink toned and apply it on your red face, it is going to match your face, but it is going to be a completely different color from your body. So this doesn't make any sense. So your foundation, opposite to what people used to think in the past, should be matched to your body, not to your face. And I personally believe that even if you have a pink undertone, I think getting a neutral colored foundation is better than getting a pink toned foundation. And the best way to get matched to foundation is to walk into drugstores and just get the samples here on your neck and jaw and see if you like the color, and look at it in daylight, not in store light, because it will be very deceiving. Anyway, if you can't pop into any places, now the internet is here. If you are interested in a certain foundation, just Google it and look for swatches and people who have similar skin tone as you, and you will 99% find the shade that you want without even ordering a sample or stepping into a store to try it yourself. So the internet is here to help us all. So of course, this is everything that I have to say about foundations. I hope that I didn't forget anything and that you didn't get bored, because I'm doing this video wholeheartedly hoping that it is going to help someone who is just starting with makeup and is just disappointed by watching all of these people, including me, on YouTube using these different products and different foundations, and you don't know which one to choose. And of course, I'll be very happy if you like this video and if you leave me comments with any questions on issues that you have, because I pretty much have a great experience in foundations in particular, and these are my area, so I could help you as much as I can. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again very soon. Until then, please be safe. Bye.